Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Green09 back here once again with another Command & Conquer 3 Kane's the video commentary. And yeah, I thought I'd jump in and do one more video for this week because I've been very busy today and I've had some time off now at the end of the day, and it's a scorching 44 degrees here in Adelaide, so what better way than to just chill under the air conditioner and play some Kane's Wrath. Me and Kimbo have been going head to head there, so that's been a lot of fun, and now I decided to jump in and do a VOD as well. We have Technique and eXs.speC, which is Spectre. So we've got Technique and Spectre. Both these guys have expert badges. Obviously you know who Technique is, and you really should know who Spectre is as well. This one's on Tournament Arena, so there you go, no Rift. Everyone's like, oh yeah, no Rift. Let's jump straight into this one. We are on Arena. Look at that. That's supposed to be a golf course. Definitely, yes, most definitely. Let's roll down here and have a look. This is going to be Spectre because he's orange. Yes, Spectre is orange. Technique, he shotguns the green color so he can blend in with the background here. And we have a Nod faction here. This is going to be Nod Vanilla from Spectre here, going for his engineer. And not quite. Oh, there you go, Stell's back. So I was going to say, yeah, what's he waiting for? Maybe he was microing something else there for a brief moment. It doesn't really matter too much because he's got really slow scouts. He's not going to beat Technique, who is GDI. That's right, he's GDI. He's over here on the left-hand side, power plant. Awkward positioning. That's vulnerable to sniper teams, Technique. That's bad. I don't think Spectre's going to go sniper teams because Technique is such a boss that, I mean, I'm pretty sure he could clean up those not sniper teams, shadow teams. Did I say sniper teams the first time as well? I did, didn't I? Shadow teams, shadow and waiting. Looks like Spec's going to grab this bunker up here on the right hand side, and I'm not whipping around this map because you should know what a Tournament Arena is. It's big, it's flat, and there's nothing on it at all but trees. Watch out for the stealth there. We have Technique scouting down here. We have a battle marker down there. Looks like he lost his scouts to a shredder turret. So the good thing is though, he can see the war factory here, so he's going to be able to see anything that comes out of it. The shroud will take about 15 seconds to receive there. And he's going to realize, hey, nothing's come out yet, so it's probably going to be a harvester. Although that doesn't tell him that it's not going to be a flame rush yet. It's going to be, yes, it's going to be a flame rush. And Technique may be able to cop he might be able to see that actually. And even if he hasn't seen it, he's going to see it very soon because he's got another scouting squad. Not going to leave Spectre alone. And Spectre's like, uh-oh, let's try and crush with the MCV. No, not quite. Technique's like, hey, let's get out of the way of that. He can't decide which way he's going. And Technique, I'd imagine, who is being scouted also, by the way, is probably going to come out with some Predator tanks or some Pitbulls. Whichever, either one. No infantry here, obviously. Oh, he cancelled whatever he was building. He must have been going for a harvester. I don't think he was fully aware that it was a flame rush until he just saw that flame tank there. That could be a big bummer for him. I mean, he must not have been able to see the operation center. And the flame tank is almost halfway across the map. I mean, he can just go straight down the guts. And here comes the Pitbull. He's building the Pitbull. He's rushing out to meet the flame tank. Where it's gone backwards. This is bad for Spec because he's wasting time, but essentially, Technique's not going to know where the flame tank. Imagine if you could build stealth tanks at tier 1. Oh man, GG no read. But he's not going to know where the flame tank is, so now he's going to have to be on his best behavior to try to locate where that is. Spectre's, I mean, yeah, he pulled it back, and you can see that now Technique's sending his units down here, but Spectre, he knows the gig's up. He's actually pulling it all the way back to base, and he's just going to hide it. I mean, I mean, Technique, he's just going to go crazy looking for this thing. He's like, where is it? Where is it? And he's not going to be able to find it. He's going to lose his spike. Spectre could actually jump in that garrison just for a bit of protection. The flame tank, is he making its way? No, he's just going to chill there. Spectre's got those really cool decals because he's got the Kane edition there. That's a boss flame tank there. So that was quite rad. Zoom back out here. So Technique's like, alright, I can't find it. Well, I think he may have located it now. He's heading down here. I'm not sure if you can see that, but he took a sharp right then, didn't he? And he's running down here. I'm not quite sure if he does know it's there, but he's doing a good job if it's intuition, and he is going to cut off this flame tank. And Spectre, although he tried, he's not going to be able to get through here, and it's almost in vision range now because all this area about here is all revealed, and maybe he's just going to escape. Oh, is he going to evade detection here? He must be just in the fog there. This is going to be a very psychologically minded game here, and I think Technique, he's like, what? I can't find it. I looked everywhere for it. And Spectre, a little bit of luck obviously, but obviously he pulled it back, hit it, and then rolled it right along the bottom of the map. That is really smart. He's actually going to come in now. Technique may be able to see this area still. The shroud would probably be just receding. Scorpion tanks are out now. Didn't even see this. Technique lost his spike. Scorpion tanks. There are 3 here, so those Pitbulls aren't going to be enjoying that. There's quite a few of them. And the flame tank is going to squeeze its way into Technique space. It's getting around the left-hand side. I can't believe this heavily scouted and delayed flame tank. And I think he must have noticed it past his vision there. No, he still hasn't seen it. The shroud has receded. I really should be switching views here. I think there was a mention in the comments about that. And we have some more Scorpion tanks. Spectre does have an expansion up. He's still going more Scorpion tanks, and the Flame tank's going to get into Technique space. There's no silo queued. He should have had a silo queued. He could have blocked it. He's going to lose a ref. He's forced to sell immediately. He doesn't get that much money for it because refs don't give you much money. An aggressive stance move. He is going to score himself a power plant. He could probably get another power plant. No, not quite. He got a refinery and a power plant. Technique's not going to be too happy about that. So essentially it paid for itself, but really the delay in Spectre's economy. He's actually got Scorpion tanks here. No, go back and finish that Harvester off. Yes, he's going to finish the Harvester off, so he scores a Harvester kill there, but just looks like one Scorpion tank was traded. Not sure if a second one was traded. We've also, the reverse move bugs out a little bit there, and he does lose another heavily damaged tank there. But Technique, he's still got the Pitbulls. Nice work to keep those alive. The Operations Center was sold off after the Flame tank was built. We have an airfield coming up for Technique. He's down to one ref on his main, but he's got double ref here. Spectre, however, does not have double ref, and he's gone straight back for an Operations Center. Dozer Blades coming into effect now. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Technique does go for, no, there's no AP ammo, so he's going to go for Orcas. Orcas are obviously the faster and cheaper alternative for GDI air support, and they're very heavily favored. They're very reliable. And I mean, if you had a lot of AP ammo hammerheads, like even 4 or 5, you can actually focus the tanks down really, really easily. You don't have to go back for ammo, but it's just, Orcas are much more expendable here, and that's what he's going to go with. He knows he doesn't have the numbers to take on Spec's Scorpion spam just at the moment, and he's going to use Orcas to support here. This War Factory's going to take some damage, but Technique's doing a good job to pick off what he can. He's going to damage a lot of these tanks. He's going to destroy a couple, picking off the damage. One loses one Orca here, and Technique fighting around the War Factory here, just trying to cause damage. You can see he's still pumping rockets onto these Scorpion tanks here, and he's actually managed to diminish the force quite a lot. Although these buggies are coming in, they can even tank shells. That didn't make sense. Yeah, no, that made sense. Yeah, tank shells. They tank everything basically, except maybe rail weaponry. They die pretty fast about. But it looks like Technique is going to scare these guys around. Of course, this is giving Spectre a lot of time to set his economy up, and looks like Technique's going to lose another Harvester here on this dry field, and he may be able to get a few of his tanks away if he moves up and around. Technique is going to try to cut him off. Is he on a move order? Yeah, he's on a move order to keep his tanks in range for as long as possible. Dozer Blades is done for Spectre, but he's going to pull out. Ooh, both those tanks get out at the same time, but he is going to get away with 3 of them. That's nice. He caused a lot of damage, although Technique didn't take any damage to his economy in that attack there. He just traded units, and I'm not sure how cost effective it was to Spectre. He's being very aggressive. He's pushing back on this War Factory. He really wanted to destroy that War Factory, but he just couldn't. That's Technique's only War Factory, and those tanks are going back around there. I think that's just to draw these Predator tanks out of position so Spectre can remain aggressive. You can see he's got some tanks out here that's going to easily overwhelm that one Predator there. And I think Technique needs to be a little bit careful. Engineer running around the side. There's nothing in the bunker. Except, no, that's Technique Scout, so he can take the spike. He's obviously got a lengthy game in mind. He's just trying to defend this out now. He's under siege. He's got to stay firm. He's got to get his damage control in order. He needs to fight this back. These Scorpion tanks have actually moved all the way back, and they will regroup with this force. But unfortunately, those Predator tanks are coming down there. These units are coming down from here, and they will be overwhelmed now because there's a great concave here for the Scorpion tanks. And Technique knows that, so he pulls back. But there's not much he can do about the Orca. The Buggy, as good as they are at absorbing damage, they do need quite a while to destroy the Orca there. And Orcas don't have a lot of armor either. And it looks like Technique's going to, not Technique, Spectre's going to be punished on the way out. He has actually taken Spectre's spike as well there. That's a nice from Technique. So now Technique is the only one with the spike since the other one has been destroyed. He's going to pick off more of these tanks on the way out. He's going to even clean up the infantry. He's got a nice Predator tank, AP ammo force, not AP ammo, Predator tank, or basically it's just Predator tanks. There's only one APC there, but no counter aggression all game here by Technique. He's finally got some Orcas out and he's targeting units down. He doesn't have enough to really hurt the economy of Spectre. Remember, he has stealth harvesters as well, and he's actually going for the infantry upgrades, and he's transitioned to infantry. He's got a tech center too because there is an avatar here, so that's really going to hurt the Predator tanks. He may be going avatar rocket or infantry upgrade here. He's not going for laser capacitors, so I'd assume he's going to build, he's going to build more avatars. No Spectre artillery, but avatars with infantry is really going to hurt this Predator tank force. And basically what Technique needs, I think he's going to go for AP ammo. No, he actually, yes. No, he upgraded scanner packs by accident, or sensor pods. That was bad. And here comes the crush move. There's no upgrades done yet for Spectre on the infantry, and he's going to try to scatter move. I'm not sure if that was a scatter move or just a move order there, but the tanks get off a nice crush there. A lot of the Orcas going down, all the Orcas going down, but a lot of the tanks are still alive. But there's just so much infantry all over here that it's just not cost effective to try to run these over forever. And Spectre's going to be able to defeat that. But yeah, look at that. He upgraded, that looks like scanner, no, that's not scanner packs. That's sensor pods, yeah. And no, I have to change views to see, yeah, that's sensor pods. That must have been an accident. Yeah, he's got sensor pods and he's got hard points, or maybe he's planning on getting those what do you call it, those harvesters, because sensor pods are a great upgrade against Nob, but he just doesn't have very many Orcas left. And they're not going to do very well against this man spam here. Orca Strike comes in, slams the Conyard, but Technique is at a armor force right now. and he could move forward and overwhelm this. There's 2 avatars here with the infantry there. They have one of their upgrades. They desperately need the other one. It's almost done. He actually got the Confessor Cabals first and didn't get the Tiberian Fusion. That actually gives him more hit points, but now he's got an Obelisk. Oh no, Technique's going to need artillery. He's going to need artillery to defeat this. If he doesn't have artillery, he's going to be in trouble. He's going to have to overwhelm this force somehow. He doesn't have AP ammo. He's a long way from AP ammo, and oh, the redemption support power. This is awesome. You love to see this, especially as a nod. And the avatars are coming forward. Watch out, Technique. And he's just running over the infantry, but they're coming back as awakened, and the Imp Blasts are probably imminent here. And another Obelisk goes up just as that one goes down. But no Imp Blast. There's a lot of mock there. You can see all the awakened squads coming up. As soon as he kills all the infantry, they immediately rise up as these mock squads, these full mock squads here, so they're very powerful anti-infantry, and they have the Imp Blast. Only 1 or 2 went off, a few more going down now. Technique is in serious trouble here, but both the avatars just leveling now. And the redemption support power, it just comes in so much handy in these kind of situations here. And again, against not infantry spam, especially when Spectre's really got it going like this, you really need sniper teams. You can try AP ammo all you want, but APC spam won't beat the not imp spam unless you've got a stupidly crazy amount. You need sniper teams. I mean, you can just kite. I mean, it's difficult. It's very difficult. It looks like Spectre's going to try to base crawl with an operations center here. He's got to watch out. His units are being attacked over here. He's got Obelisks coming up now. He doesn't even need Spectre artillery. He's just like, hey, I'm just going to go in with this base crawl and infantry. I don't need Spectre artillery. Technique, however, is getting blue Tiberian. We can see he's established a base down there. And Spectre, it looks like he may have crawled and got some of his. The Orcas are causing problems. They have sensor pods and hard points, so they're going to be able to cause a lot of damage to this Obelisk, which is almost about to go down. Another Warforged goes up, but no. And look at that. As soon as he drops one Obelisk, another one pops back up, but all the infantry is gone. He did have tower defense, which is, a good static defense against not man spam, but against mobile man spam, when you have to leave your base, I would prefer sniper teams, to be honest, unless you've already got it covered with a ton of APCs, because you can't use rifleman squads because they'll get hit by the hallucinogenic grenades and they'll kill each other. And it'll just force all your APCs to shoot at infantry, so it's actually detrimental to your force to have infantry in with the APCs, because it'll just force the APCs to shoot their own infantry instead of the enemy, and the enemy will just go crazy. And Spectre is in some serious trouble here. Did he use a scan? He may have just used the comm center scan there. I don't think he's dropped it there. He's dropped a sensor pod there. Technique's using sensor pods, everyone. He just blew up his own sensor pod, so that was bad. It does take splash damage there, but he got a couple of harvesters, and he's going to be sitting pretty there. The Obelisk spam, though, what's he got? The MCVs over here. I'd imagine he'd be like, alright, I couldn't get in, I needed more infantry. I'm just going to go for Spectres now. I would not be surprised at all if this is going to be a Spectre artillery piece. And let's see if I'm right. No, it's an avatar. He's still going for frontal assaults. I mean, his base is right here. He can just launch and siege this area. The engineer has got... I'm not sure what he was doing, but he was running right out. Another engineer is going up the top there. That could become important. But meanwhile, Technique's still benefiting from the spike there. Double War Factory. I'm not sure what Spectre's after here. He hasn't sold off the shrine. Maybe going to stealth his base. He's actually got... No, he doesn't have 2 operation centers. He's going to fire from range. Maybe he'll beam upgrade these avatars and just milk both these guys. He's going for more avatars. This is really unusual. I mean, I would have gone for at least 1 or 2 Spectre artilleries, because he's got Obelisks to defend this out. And he's going to get hit by these Orcas as well. They're quite vulnerable. I guess the Spectre artillery is vulnerable to Orcas. But, I mean, he's got SAM turrets here. He's got ground control. He should be just fine, and it looks like Technique is going to be under some serious pressure here. However, yeah, again, I would really like to see some artillery. I mean, it doesn't look like Technique has a tech center, so he's not going to be able to pull out artillery, but he's got Orcas, so that gives him the ability to reach out beyond his base defenses. The only problem, of course, is that Spectre's base is just here. Normally, you wouldn't have that. And Spectre, has he been cleaning up? Yeah, he has been cleaning up the blue tip, but of course, Technique's been allowed to refine a majority of his Tiberium as well, so he should be able to resist for a while. Again, let's see if this notion to build avatars is going to come in handy here for Spectre. Those guys are getting shot up from the rear armor. This avatar is getting blocked by its mate, and I think he may actually go down. Maybe he's trying to get some veterancy on these guys. I'm not quite sure. And switching targets here, that's not good at all. But yeah, I would have liked to see 1 or 2 Spectre artillery pieces come out here. Looks like Spectre's going to grab back that spike. That's nice. We've got a battle marker over here. It is a... Oh, something was taken. It looked like perhaps the tech center was taken, because that was a Black Hand squad under the control of Technique. He may have captured the tech center, because it wasn't the operations center, because that's down here. He must have captured his tech center and sold it off immediately. And beam cannons are coming out. He's like, hey, you just took my tech center. I was about to build Spectres, because for some reason he wanted avatars first. So now he's just going for beam cannons. What are you going to do about that, Technique? Serious pressure now. And it looks like he does have control of this spike, but it looks like Technique's just going to flat out destroy that. Doesn't want it anymore. Beam cannons, base defenses, and avatars. What's Technique going to do? He needs air. I mean, he's got air, but he can't touch the beams inside the base here. There's no mobile AA here for Spectre, so If he wanders too far from his base, he's in trouble. But Technique has a lot of Tiberium up there. He could be really refining, and I think he's probably going to go back there. But he doesn't have a tech center. No, he still doesn't have a tech center. He has a structure queued. If it's a tech center, he can start putting down Juggernauts. And then maybe, I mean, really, all I can see of breaking this is Juggernauts. He has a lot of tanks. No doubt he has a lot. He actually has a lot of tanks, doesn't he? And the Orcas are coming in. Oh, man, he does have quite a force here. Can he actually overwhelm this position? He's got a ton of Predator tanks. He's going to focus down these avatars. The beam cannons, there's 4 of them, but they're splitting their fire. They need to focus, and the tanks are coming forward now. Is Technique going to be able to break this with sheer numbers? I mean, sheer numbers was always an opportunity, but I just didn't think he was going to do it. What's he got queued? I'm not sure what that structure was that he queued. Oh, it is a tech center. It's up there, and he's got Juggernauts. His first Juggernaut is on the field, and this MCV is extremely vulnerable. No Obelisk is queued at all, so it looks like Technique's going to be able to shell from range without an Obelisk popping up. And Spectre may actually lose his MCV, and if he loses his MCV, that is super bad trouble. He's actually sold all his war factories off. Oh no, he's got no production. He's got no production at all. There's no production from Spectre. He needs to put down a barracks or something now. He's going to lose his MCV to a single Juggernaut, and an Orca Strike comes in. He's got a structure queue now. What was it? Was it a barracks? It is a barracks. He's got a barracks under his control, but that's going to be his last production structure. He may have been able to pump out a crane in time, but I'm not quite sure. He's got one more structure on the way. He can't afford to sell too much here, and he sells off his MCV there with placing one more structure. What was it? I'm not sure what it was. It was another rack. So, oh man, Spectre's knocked out of the. His production is gone. His build is gone. His production isn't gone, but his build is gone. He can only build units out of these 2 barracks, and if Technique runs forward and destroys both of these, he might actually win the game. There's base defenses here, which is a problem for those Orcas, but this battle is going to continue here. The Predator tank's trying to come in, and we have dual beam avatars. He's put double beam on those avatars. He's actually taken the beams off of these beam cannons, and he's got double beam avatars. Are they stealth? They look like they're glowing stealth. I'm not quite sure if they are. He may have stealthed the beam cannons. I can't quite see. They seem to be transparent, don't they? It's really hard to tell with a small unit like that. He's only got 2 beam cannons. They're not going to do much. It's going to take a long time to focus down a Juggernaut with those. But he's got 2 double beam avatars. And we have a beacon up. Not a beacon. We have a battle marker. This is a stealth flame tank as well. And he's going to be able to destroy the tech center. Technique knows it immediately. And he's going to lose his refinery here. And the infantry are coming forward now. The Orcas are trying to respond to the flame tank. But it is cloaked. If it can recloak, it will be able to get away. But this battle is going on down here. Let's see if he does get it. He's not quite going to get that flame tank. Oh no, he needs to put a sensor pod down as well. I'm talking about that battle up here while watching this battle over here. The Juggernauts are both down, and he's going to lose his war factory, and that's his last production structure. I mean, he's still got an airfield, and the flame tank must... No, the flame tank is still alive. It's coming down the back. It's a veteran. He's got a veteran flame tank. Loses his war factory. Can Spectre win? He needs to win the game right now. Oh man, this is going to be really bad because Technique still has a build. He's got a couple of harvesters here. He's bringing in Tiberium, but he can't build anything except air units. He could build... He could build hammerheads, but I don't think he's got enough to overwhelm this area. He loses a beam cannon there, but he trades it for an Orca. And all of a sudden, these 2 avatars are very deadly because there's not much he can do about them. He needs to kill the infantry around them, and that's the armored force here. Here come the Predator tanks. Oh, can he hold off? He's got base defenses. These towers are his best bet to hold this game here. And there you go. He's going to destroy the Juggernaut husk. Technique no longer has to worry about, what do you call it? He no longer has to worry about Juggernauts because there's no tech center from Technique. He is rebuilding something. I'm not sure where that flame tank went. Does he still have control of that flame tank? It may have been cleaned up. It's almost impossible to find that lone cloak unit on the radar, so we may just have to assume it is perhaps gone. Let's have a quick look around. The spike there is missing, so that's been destroyed. But no, oh, we got a veteran double beam. We got 2 veteran double beam avatars, and looks like Technique is trying to strike with his Orcas over here. Remember, they're fully upgraded, so they can detect any stealth units they want. There's only 1 beam cannon remaining, which is going to take forever to destroy anything. But remember, it can snipe infantry quite well, and Technique's being forced to sell up. He's got 2 airfields, but he's got no war factory, and he's selling off one of them right now. He's going to have to tower defensive his way here, but remember, Spectre, I mean, he's still bringing in Tiberium. He can leech blue, and he can essentially just reinforce this man spam with more man spam. I mean, he still has those 2 barracks. I assume he's got these 2 barracks. I can still see them on the radar. They may be protected by base defenses. And oh no, Technique's going to lose his MCV. And if he loses his MCV, scan goes off. He's going to lose his both of his avatars to the Orcas, but the MCV is down. And now he needs to destroy these tanks quick, smart. He needs to destroy them, and both those dual beam avatars are going down, and even the husks are being destroyed. Oh no, Technique is going to hold. He is going to hold this. Oh man. But the husks are gone. Technique really could have used... Oh, no, actually, he can't use those because he's got no barracks. And now he's got no build. The only production he has remaining is air units. So he can only build Orcas and Hammerheads. No Firehawks, no tech center. He does have a refinery. And he has one up here, and he's got 2 harvesters. So he can bring... And look at the Tiberium. There's tons of Tiberium there, and there's tons of Tiberium there. And Spectre has access to blue Tiberium, which he's taking. And he's kept both these fields dry. They are protected by base defenses there. That's going to be a pain. And these SAM turrets are just a pain because they just prevent the Orcas from doing a lot. There's actually a beam cannon still alive there, so that's interesting. I have a funny feeling that flame tank may still be alive. You watch, it'll come back right at the last second. It'll just be hiding somewhere the whole time. But Spectre's now trying to reinforce with his man spam. He's pulling in blue tib. What's happening over there? Here come the hallucinogenic grenades, and that's going to be the end of that rifleman squad. So there's no spikes. Both players have the ability to refine Tiberium. They're both getting probably a lot, although Technique not so much. And there you go. He's building hammerheads. He's got AP ammo. The comm center doesn't hold much value right now. I mean, yeah, he can laser field and he can scan, but or maybe he should keep it for the scan because it's going to be his only. Oh no, he does have sensor pods, so. But Spectre does not have much in the way of stealth remaining. What's happening down there? Losing the power plant, and that's smart by Technique. He knows that Spectre has no build here. And if he takes out the power plant, well, that's going to take 8 seconds to build a rocket squad. And that was the last. No, there's one more power plant. So Spectre's basically going to. He's power microing. He's trying to power micro. He only has one. He can't power it. He just doesn't have enough, does he? He doesn't have enough to power even one of these base defenses. He needs to power down that one because this one he could probably just. I mean, I guess there's no point selling it. He might as well just power it down and then try to power it up when he needs it because it'll allow him to sit over here. But he should have enough power. He's got no. He's still on low power. He could power down one of his barracks and just work off one. Although he may be pulling quite a lot of money. And those Orcas now are just going to be a pain for Spectre. He's going to have to leave Man-Span behind. Now that he's lost power, oh, he's got no operation center, so he can't upgrade this power plant. So this power plant needs to stand. It needs to stand as he's going to be looking at 8-second rockets, and he's bringing in blue Tiberium, so he's probably pulling a ton of it. And meanwhile, Technique, he's trying to mass Hammerhead. Essentially, if he can mass Hammerhead, he'll win, but he just needs enough of them to overwhelm Spectre's man-span, because these Hammerheads are very potent anti-infantry units. They're much more powerful than what APCs are, but Spectre's coming in here. It's going to be over the Tiberium, but it doesn't matter because he has Tib Infusion, using formation moves here. And really, I think he needs to focus on his targets. If he came from this direction up here, he could punch the power. There's only one tower defending that area. But once these towers fall, there's nothing to replace them. He needs to keep his man-span together. If it spreads out, I fear that it'll be slowly overwhelmed. Yeah, Technique's just going to pick it apart, I think. And he should be able to focus down one of those hammerheads. It's hard to kite with hammer. I mean, if you're trying to use the hammerhead chain weapon, it's hard to kite because it's a weapon that fires when it's better when it's stationary. And he does laser field the airfield, but is Spectre going to destroy it? No, he's not going to destroy it. He could destroy it. Oh, there's only 3 hammerheads. No, there's 4 hammerheads left. And he's not quite gonna. He's gonna get another hammerhead. Yes, he does. He could just about finish that airfield, but no, he goes for the power plant. And bam, low power for Technique, but he needs to power micro. He's got one more upgraded power plant, and this could save him. He's not quite power micro. He could power down the comm center. He probably doesn't need that powered up anymore to get these 2 towers. No, he sells the tower. He can't replace those. And oh no, Technique's going to lose his last production structure. One more hammerhead comes out. He's got 4 hammerheads and a bunch of rifleman squads. No, he doesn't destroy the airfield. This could be a mistake. No, he's just going to flat out go for the hammerheads here, and he may be able to overwhelm. There's just too much man spam here, and it's slowly being diminished. The rifleman squads may be able to do the job, but no, hallucinogenic grenades are going to destroy the rifleman squads. And another hammerhead comes down, but I think that's going to be... This airfield is legendary. It's got so much armor, it's got a laser field on it, and it's taken such a pounding, and it is still alive, and Technique still has power, and he still has harvesters, and he's still got a refinery. And Spectre, he just got pushed back again, and he's got a stealth beam cannon, by the way, so that's pretty rad. And Technique is just going to keep pumping out these hammerheads. Really, he can't afford to build orcas right now. I mean, he's got 2, that's enough to hunt harvesters, but I mean, he needs more hammerheads because he's against nothing but infantry, and Spectre knows it. He's just going to pump out more and more. Still not power microing this one base defense here. Oh man, he could harvest this tib field. He could power down one of the refs temporarily because refineries take up a lot of power, if you guys don't know. Oh man, yeah, if you want to power down something first and you have money, power down the refs because they really suck up energy. And look at the Tiberium here. This is crazy. A crazy game on Tournament Arena here. We have 1 hammerhead under the control of Technique here. Does he have any more? He's stealing blue Tiberium. That's really going to help his production. What's happening over here? Orca goes down, but he gets one of... Oh, he got one of the barracks. Oh, Spectre, he needs to get this base defense online. He sells the other one. He needs to get this base defense. He needs to keep that one online. That's critical. He can power the other one down, but if those orcas come back over, something destroys that hand of Nod. Oh man, he's got no orcas left. He's got a couple of hammerheads. I'm not sure where they are. He may have sent them around. I mean, essentially, if he gets that power plant, Technique could just focus the rest of Spectre's buildings and win, but at the same time, I don't think he's going to be able to defend this, is he? Yeah, he's going to lose his buildings long before those hammerheads can destroy the rest of Spectres. He's got that, still got that one beam cannon. Maybe if he gets it to heroic there, that'll help him. But the harvesters are coming in, and you know you're getting desperate when harvesters are coming in, trying to draw the fire of the rockets here. But it's not going to be enough. The harvesters don't get a crush on. Their guns are pretty weak against this kind of man span. And the hammerheads will be focused down. Will they be focused down? One more hammerhead remaining. He's almost got the remainder of the man span being forced to pull back. That foxhole is still alive. Oh man, and Spectre, he's just been repelled again, but that hammerhead needs to watch out. No, he gets taken out, and he had rifleman squads in him as well, so that was a nice move there from Technique. I think he tried to go all in to get that one beam cannon so he couldn't be shot from a distance, because that beam cannon could be focusing down the airfield, but Technique just realizes then that he doesn't have money anymore. And Spectre is going, well, Spectre has won that game. Man, what an interesting game there. That was crazy. That was crazily good. What do we have? 24 and a half minutes on Arena. That was really good. How close did it get? Both players, I wouldn't say threw away their build. They got unexpectedly overwhelmed. It's not a mistake what Spectre and Technique did when they lost their MCVs. You know, they were Spectre was trying to be aggressive. Technique was trying to be defensive. And they both lost their conyards in the fray there, so it was both very even there. 3.11 kill death ratio to 0.31, of course that's expected. We have Spectre going forward at infantry. He transitioned a lot. He went from flame rush into scorpion tanks, into buggies and scorpion tanks, into scorpion tanks and infantry, into avatar infantry, and then he even put beam cannons on the end. Still would have liked to see at least 2 Spectre artillery pieces just to pressure Spectre a little bit early on, because remember, once Technique capped Spectre's tech center, he didn't rebuild it again, so and of course he may have decided to switch to Spectres then, but he went for avatars feeling that, hey, I'm up against a lot of Predator tanks and I know Technique, he'll somehow get mass Predator tanks still, so he wanted to avoid that. Technique is actually neck and neck in economy until Technique was actually ahead at the 12-minute mark, and was significantly ahead. I think he got his blue Tiberium before Spectre did, but Spectre brought it back. You can see that's probably where he got his blue Tiberium, and then snaked ahead there with his leashing. Having cloaked harvesters really helps you in the late game as well, just going out and getting that Tiberium. But Technique didn't have fully upgraded Orca, so he could have hunted a lot of those down, and he did hunt some. So let's roll down here. $157,940 to Spectre, $150,045 to Technique. So we only had 7,000, no, about 8,000 in favor of Spectre, but in a 24.5 minute game, that's petty cash. That's not going to make too much of a difference at all. And yeah, nice work from Technique to hold off the imp span with those towers there, not using sniper teams. Obviously, like I said, sniper teams are more of a go out and kill them, whereas towers are more a defensive kill them. But yeah, Spectre obviously not deciding to go for the artillery until it was too late, and then decided to go, oh, I'll just do beam cannons instead. Their artillery didn't quite get enough of them before he really got hurt, and then he just recycled his beams by double upping the beams on his avatars, which was really good. They caused a lot of damage, actually. I must admit, when they're used correctly, they caused a ton of damage. People don't think they're cost effective because, you know, essentially they might not normally be, but in that situation they just caused so much damage. Had the infantry around them. Nice work there from Spectre to win that game, but you know, you're always sitting there wondering if Technique's going to come back in that game. I wouldn't say it was a comeback. It was, I mean, Spectre was really putting Technique on the defensive, and then Technique was just showing master of defense in there, so he just had a brilliant defense. Spectre had an interesting attack, but yeah, that was a very good game. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.